Some of these observations may be a little bit of a hot take, but we'll see how this goes. My first book trope that I want to talk about is disgustingly queer, but I don't care, and that's found family. Listen, there's something about when your own family doesn't get you right, but then you come across these people who've had very similar experiences as you, and you feel seen and heard and understood. I have this in my personal life. I can't tell you how much my own found family has meant to me and to my own growth and to staying true to what I believe in. In some ways, found family to me is even more important than the family that you grew up in, because found family probably prioritize the same experiences that you do, the same ideas that you have. It's just one of those relationships that can enrich your life in this very beautiful and intimate way. When I see that sort of thing depicted in a book, it warms my heart like nothing else. The next trope is friends to lovers. Now, hear me out. When there's already a dynamic that's established between two people and you're like, oh, this is just my person in this particular context, there's something beautiful and captivating to me about watching the shift that psychologically happens between two people as their friends are becoming lovers. And I don't know, there's just nothing like it. I also love it when they're friends and then something happens and maybe there's a falling out, then they're strangers, and then they come into each other's vicinity again and they become lovers, and there's just something about watching that arc that is so satisfying. Also, with friends to lovers, there's this own awkward playfulness that I absolutely enjoy. Yes, you can have that sort of awkward playfulness whenever it's two strangers meeting and they fall in love. In a friend setting, there are just higher stakes for this to work out. Call me crazy, I don't know. I don't know if this one is gonna be controversial or not, let me know in the comments, but I really love seeing someone process religious trauma in gay books. As a gay who is also religiously traumatized, I love seeing the progression of someone who goes from a very rigid point of view and someone who's had to be a specific way for so long transition into a self-love journey and a self-acceptance journey. There's something about that that is so inherently human and beautiful. The priority shifting from almost like staying this way because this is how I was raised to be, or this is how I've been trained to be, and almost like a cult-like type of mentality, and the transition from that to this is me, I'm able to breathe in this new way, I'm able to step into myself and embody my own sense of self in this new way is just so beautiful and satisfying and very cathartic for me personally. The next trope is also a little strange. I love a workplace romance when it's done well. The workplace romance is more of an enemies to lovers type of feel, and there is a misunderstanding that's really blocking the connection. There has to be a really good reason for that block. That's the only way that I can really justify these two people not already liking each other just as humans in general. And I'm able to see the progression of the walls being built up, or finally being communication, just watching that journey and transition. Oh. My last book trope that I'm going to talk about is being afraid to commit. If there's a love story and there's a character that is particularly afraid to commit, again, under the guise that this is done well, I eat it up. I love seeing a character's growth and being so afraid to commit and needing to have such strong walls up, and then someone coming into their life and impacting them in such a huge way for them to be like, oh, maybe this like wall built up type of energy isn't what I want to carry out for the rest of my life. And maybe they start to question that a little bit, and I can't. I just love it so much. To a degree, I can relate and understand that. Typically, to me, what I've sensed is that there is this thought process of I am either unlovable or no one understands me, and then watching that self-belief turn around and be maybe open to a new possibility of love and acceptance, and just like welcoming in this like new warm energy into your life is, oh, it's so good. So am I missing any book tropes? Y'all tell me in the comments. I'll see you soon.